Mehul is chasing a thief out in heavy rain. The thief, running for his life, sneaks into a hospital and hides.
There are so many rooms here. Which room could the thief be hiding in?
Detective Army, can you figure out which room the thief is hiding in just by looking at all the rooms? Think carefully. Both Mehul and the thief were drenched from the rain, leaving wet foot trails behind. The thief must have left a trail also, and there are wet footprints leading to the room where he's hiding. Mehul figures out which room the thief went into. Mehul deserves a like for his sharp mind. Mehul immediately figures it out and heads straight to the right room and looks around.
Wait, what is this? There are 3 patients here. One of them must be the thief, pretending to be sick.
The thief has covered himself with bandages to blend in with the other 2 patients, making it hard to see their faces. Mehul carefully observes all 3 patients and quickly figures out who the imposter is. Can you figure it out, Detective Army? Two of the patients have glucose bottles attached to them, and the bottles are half empty. It means they have been receiving treatment for a while. The third patient, however, has just arrived and isn't connected to any IV, which means he's the one pretending to be sick. Mehul immediately realizes that the patient, who is just lying there, is the thief trying to blend in with the others. He quickly arrests the thief. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Mehul receives a call from the shoe exhibition, telling him about a theft that has happened. He quickly drives to the exhibition location.
How did the theft happen here?
There was a diamond shoe of the queen here. And those are the ones that were stolen. They were very expensive.
How did the thief manage to steal them?
During the exhibition, the lights went out for a while, and that's when the theft happened.
Okay, I need to see the camera footages.
We only have footage from before and after the lights went out.
Mehul watches the footage and quickly figures out how the theft happened. Did you spot the clue, Detective Army? In the footage, Mehul notices something strange. The girl in the black dress appears shorter before the theft, but after the shoes got stolen, she is noticeably taller. That's because she stole the diamond shoes and put them on. The girl is still at the exhibition, so Mehul arrests her, and the stolen diamond shoes are found in her possession. As Mehul catches the thief and walks out of the exhibition, he notices that his car is missing. It's been stolen. Mehul looks a little ahead and then spots his car crashed into a billboard.
Looks like someone tried to steal my car and ended up crashing it by mistake.
Mehul spots 3 people near the car and begins questioning them. Emma says,
I came to showcase my painting at the exhibition. I don't know anything.
Andrew says,
I came here to walk my dog, and when we heard the car crash, my dog ran off somewhere.
Robin says,
Sir,
I came for a walk too. I have no idea who caused the accident.
Mehul listens carefully to all of them and, after observing closely, quickly figures out who is lying. Can you figure it out, Detective Army? Andrew is holding a dog leash, which means he's telling the truth. Robin is wearing jogging shoes and clothes, so he must have come for a walk as well. But Emma, who came to showcase her painting at the exhibition, has a painting with a broken corner, and the broken piece is lying near Mehul's car. This means the painting got damaged in the accident. Mehul quickly figures it out and arrests her. Let's move on to the next puzzle.
Yash, save my dad. He went into the haunted mansion all alone.
Yash quickly leaves for the haunted mansion on his ghost hunter bike. At the main gate, a massive and terrifying demon was present blocking the way.
Who are you? And why are you here? This is the mansion of the dead. Don't you care about your life?
My name is Yes the Ghost Hunter. Even the deadliest ghosts tremble when they hear my name.
As Yash tries to enter the mansion, the demon stops him.
If you want to go inside, you first have to answer my riddle. Only when you will give a correct answer, you can go in.
Alright, go ahead.
What invention allows you to see through walls?
Think carefully, Detective Army, and help Yash. Can you figure it out? Yash quickly answers, a window. Window lets us see through walls. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Addy had just bought a brand new boot from the market and was on his way to home. Suddenly, a black van pulls up out of nowhere, and Addy gets kidnapped. When Addy wakes up, he finds himself confined in a strange room. He notices his hands are tied with ropes. Addy quickly unties them and starts looking around the room, trying to find a way to escape. Detective Army, can you help Addy to figure out how to get out of this room? Think carefully. The room has a ladder near the window, but Adi knows he cannot escape through there because the window has iron bars that he cannot break. So, how will he get out? Well, don't underestimate Adi the hacker, he won't give up. As he carefully examines the room again, he notices that the door is slightly open. Adi decides to take this chance and escapes through the door. But after a short while, a cage drops on Adi, trapping him inside. The cage has 3 buttons, and in front of the cage are 3 doors. Pressing the first button will unlock the cage and open the first door, but behind this door is a wild bear. Pressing the second button will set the cage on fire for 5 minutes. After that, the cage will open. Pressing the third button will fill the cage with water for 10 minutes. After that, the cage will open. Detective Army, can you figure out which button Adi should press to escape safely? Adi thinks carefully and quickly presses the third button. Why? Because even though the cage will fill with water, it won't hold it for long since it's just a cage. Adi gets a little wet but remains safe. After that, the cage door opens, but now Adi has to choose one of the 3 doors in front of him. Behind the first door, there are live electrical wires with high voltage. The wires are shredded and sparking. Even the slightest contact with it could give Adi a massive shock. Behind the second door, the ground is covered with sharp, broken glass pieces that can easily pierce and cause serious injuries. Behind the third door, there are deadly toxins in the air. If Adi breathes them in, it could be deadly. Adi carefully examines all 3 doors and figures out which one is the safest for him. But can you, Detective Army, figure it out too? Look at Adi's feet, he's wearing rubber boots, and rubber is a bad conductor of electricity. This means Adi won't receive shocks, so he can safely go through the first door. Adi definitely deserves a like for this smart move. Now, let's check out the next puzzle. John buys his dream bike with his first salary, and he rides it to the office the next day. He parks the bike in the parking lot and heads inside to work. During lunch, when he goes to check on his bike in the parking, he witnesses that both mirrors of his bike have been broken. John angrily asks the guard,
"Who did this? Who came near my bike?"
Guard says,
"Only 3 people came in the parking lot after you had parked your bike."
The guard calls the 3 people there, and they turn out to be John's colleagues. John asks each of them about the broken mirrors. Andrew says,
"I don't know anything. I was in the cafe, getting my lunch packed. I'm just heading back to the office now."
Samuel says,
I was talking to my wife on the phone. I didn't see anything.
Harry says,
"I was just picking lunch from Stella Ma'am's car. I don't know what happened."
John listens carefully and quickly figures out who broke his bike mirrors. Can you figure it out, Detective Army? John notices that Andrew is holding a Domino's pizza, which makes him realize that Andrew lied about being in the cafe to pack lunch. He gets caught. John is very upset with Andrew, and as a result, their friendship ends. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Away from the city, from a certain island, Mehul gets a call from the manager of a 5-star hotel. The manager informs Mehul that a guest's wallet has been stolen. Mehul was also present on the same island, immediately rushes to the hotel and begins questioning the guest.
When and how did the wallet was stolen?
Last night, due to severe storms, the power went out in the hotel. During that time, someone entered in my room, but before I could do anything, he ran away with the wallet, sir.
Who was at the hotel last night?
Due to the storm from the last night, the entire island lost power. The entire island's electricity was shut down. After the power went out, I went down to the basement to check on the power backup. I didn't see anything.
Bellboy says,
I went to the airport to pick up the guest.
Cook says,
I was finishing up daily chores in the kitchen and cleaning. I don't know anything about it.
Mehul listens carefully to what each person says and figures out who stole the guest's wallet. Detective Army, can you figure it out? The bellboy stole the guest's wallet. Here's why. When the storm hit, manager said that the entire island was shut off and no flights were operating. So, if no flights were arriving or leaving, how could the bellboy have gone to the airport to pick up the guest? He lied. Mehul understands it and arrests him, and the wallet is also recovered from him. Case solved. Let's move on to next puzzle. Mehul receives a call from the supermarket, informing him about a theft that happened last night. He rushes to the supermarket and asks the manager,
When did the theft happen?
Theft happened at last night.
Do you have any suspects?
Not really, but I found a note left after the theft.
Mehul looks at the note, which has the word closer written on it. Just then, Mehul receives a call from the police, who informs him that 4 other places were also robbed last night. Cafe Rose, the library, an office, and a restaurant. And in each of those places, a note with the word closer written was found. By listening to them, Mehul understands and realizes where the next robbery will occur. Detective Army, can you figure out where the next robbery will occur? When Mehul hears the names of all 4 places, he understands. The thief is stealing from places whose names start with letters that can form the word closer. Cafe C, Library L, Office O, Supermarket S, Restaurant R. Now, only one letter is left to complete closer, and that letter is E. So, the next robbery will happen at a location which starts with the letter E. Mehul is on a mission to find out where the next theft will take place. He tracks down 5 shops in the city whose names start with E. Elip, Elevon, 8, Evan, Easter, Elip Hardware, Elevon Gift Shop, 8 Makeup Hub, Evan Cloth House, Easter Bank. Mehul carefully examines each shop and its surroundings and understands where will the next robbery happen. Mehul observes the boards of all shops. Elip Hardware, it's empty and not operating. On Elevon Gift Shop, shop has relocated to a new location. 8 Makeup Hub, this shop is open 24/7, but since it's constantly operating, the thief wouldn't target it. Bank is permanently closed. Mehul realizes that the only shop where a robbery can take place is Evan Cloth House because it's still operating. As soon as the thief shows up to steal, Mehul catches him. Let's move on to next puzzle.